It all began in 1903 when the Wright brothers took off for just 12 seconds. But that short flight changed everything. Within a decade, nations realized that airplanes weren't just toys. They were tools of war. By 1911, Italy used aircraft for the first time in combat during the Italo-Turkish War, marking the birth of military aviation. When World War I broke out, airplanes became symbols of bravery and fear. Pilots engaged in deadly dogfights, face-to-face battles high above the trenches. Names like the Red Baron became legends. For the first time, the world saw the sky as a new front in warfare. After the war, technology advanced fast. Wood and cloth gave way to metal and steel. Aircraft became faster, stronger, and deadlier. By the late 1930s, every major nation was preparing. The next war would be decided not just on land or sea, but in the air. World War II changed everything. Fighter planes like the Spitfire, Mustang, and Zero ruled the skies. Bombers turned entire cities into targets. The Battle of Britain proved one truth. Air superiority could decide a nation's fate. And in 1945, a bomber named Enola Gay dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, forever changing the world. After 1945, a new war began, the Cold War. It wasn't fought with guns, but with speed and fear. The jet age was born, with aircraft like the F-86 Sabre, MiG-15, and later the SR-71 Blackbird. Flying faster than the speed of sound, air power became a message. Whoever ruled the sky ruled the world. Today's aircraft are invisible to radar, guided by AI, and capable of striking targets thousands of miles away. From stealth bombers to combat drones, military aviation has reached a level once thought impossible. It's not just about flying anymore. It's about dominance, precision, and control. From fragile wings to supersonic steel, from courage to technology, military aviation is the story. By the end of World War II, the world had witnessed the power of aircraft. But the future was about to move. Faster than sound, the discovery of the jet engine changed everything. The battle for the skies was no longer about who could fly, but who could fly faster, higher, and deadlier. This is the story of the jet age, when the Cold War turned pilots into legends, and speed became the new weapon, the first jet. Aircraft appeared in the final days of World War II. Germany's Messerschmitt Me-262 was the world's first operational jet fighter and faster than any propeller aircraft alive. Britain followed with the Gloucester Meteor. But it was only the beginning. By 1950, every major power was racing to master this new technology. In 1950, war broke out in Korea, and for the first time, jets faced jets. The American F-86 Sabre clashed with the Soviet MiG-15 in high-speed dogfights over MiG Alley. It was speed, reflex, and nerve. Pilots had just seconds to live or die. These duels defined the future of air combat and proved that the jet had truly taken over the skies. The Cold War pushed technology beyond imagination. America and the Soviet Union built faster and higher flying aircraft, bombers that could carry nuclear weapons across continents. The F-4 Phantom, MiG-21, and B-52 Stratofortress became symbols of national pride. Meanwhile, radar and missiles turned the skies into a digital chessboard. One mistake could trigger global war. In Vietnam, the jet age met reality. The U.S. Air Force dominated the skies, but ground-based missiles made flying more dangerous than ever. Air combat wasn't just about dogfights anymore. It was about radar evasion, jamming, and electronic warfare. Helicopters like the Huey became lifelines, changing how wars were fought, bringing troops in and rescuing the wounded under fire. In Vietnam, the jet age met reality. The U.S. Air Force dominated the skies, but ground-based missiles made flying more dangerous than ever. Air combat wasn't just about dogfights anymore. It was about radar evasion, jamming, and electronic warfare. Helicopters like the Huey became lifelines, changing how wars were fought, bringing troops in and rescuing the wounded under fire. By the 1970s, aviation broke the sound barrier, and then some. The SR-71 Blackbird became the fastest aircraft in history, flying at 3 times the speed of sound. The F-14 Tomcat ruled aircraft carriers, and the world entered an age of supersonic dominance. These aircraft weren't just machines, they were masterpieces of engineering, precision, and power. In the 1980s, the cockpit went digital. Computers began to assist pilots with navigation, targeting, and flight control. Aircraft like the F-15 Eagle and F-16 Fighting Falcon became legends, fast, agile, and smart. For the first time, machines were helping humans think, not just fly. The jet age transformed military aviation forever, from roaring engines to cold metal wings slicing through the clouds. In the Cold War, speed was power, but by the 1980s, a new idea was born. What if you could fly without being seen? This idea would redefine war forever. This is the story of the stealth era, when technology made aircraft invisible, and the sky became the quietest battlefield in history. During the Cold War, radar technology had become so powerful that even the fastest jets couldn't hide. So engineers started working on a radical concept. Instead of outrunning radar, they would avoid it. The U.S. launched secret programs under the code name Have Blue. By 1981, the impossible became real. The F-117 Nighthawk, the world's first stealth fighter, took flight. Its strange, diamond-like shape scattered radar waves, making it nearly invisible. The real test came in 1991, during the Gulf War. As the world watched, stealth aircraft flew deep into enemy territory, unseen. Unstoppable, the F-117s hit high-value targets with laser precision, crippling defenses before anyone knew they were coming. The war proved it. Stealth wasn't science fiction anymore. It was the future of air combat.